Orda tournament is about to begin. Strap in, we're doing it live. This attempt is highly experimental. There's a lot that can go wrong here. Probably the main thing is my commentary will be awful. Or the gameplay will be awful. But it will be a new experience. This is at least going to be a very relaxing game to try this in. It's not really any risk of being checkmated accidentally. A bit more slow and strategic. I still haven't quite figured out. I mean, I think the knight movers want the position to be a bit more closed, but it's not that straightforward most of the time. And you certainly don't want to be cramped. I think it's more about the white rooks. If they can get on to open and active files, then white should be better. So he's not committing to the center anytime soon. I think here these early moves in the center are extremely important. I'm gonna do something non-committal. Actually, that was already kind of committal. I think I'll take the chance to play d5 here. As I was saying, I don't want the position to become too open, but I also need some space. I mean, g5 here should be a very useful move. Okay. What is that? That's a really odd choice. I guess he wants to pin my rook here. I don't really want to allow that. Yeah, let's just stop that. I'm in line with his bishop now, but we have time to maneuver. What is actually going on here? Like, if I can favorably play e5, then it should be kind of good for me. Doesn't want to give 2 pieces for that, really. But that actually wouldn't even be the worst thing, because then my position will just be wide open. Maybe he needs to as well. His bishop's actually going to be trapped here. It's difficult to suggest a move for him. Other than that, of course. Alright. Any reason not to go to c5? Like, we're defending this again. It's not really the most interesting pawn for him to take. We can actually play this, which is... Yeah, I mean, this lance is actually not that valuable, so it's not like it's threatening to win material, but the looseness of my position is starting to become a bit of a problem, I think. Just want things to calm down a little bit and use the extra material. I think he'll give it back here. That's fine. Oh, he actually... I think I had to play it this way. Yeah, so what's going on here? I have 3 pieces for the Keshig. Should be an overwhelming amount of material, really. Oh, he's loosening that as well. Not sure I want to just take his queen with this Keshig just yet. Theoretically, like, if he wants to give his queen for the Keshig, it's almost impossible to stop in the long term. Yeah. Okay, let's just involve some stuff. Maybe I should have taken the chance to play your e5, but then I think like it wouldn't be stable on e4, and it wouldn't be stable on e5 either. Yeah, he's trying to develop as best he can. Can I play your t5? I'm just gonna not hang a yurt, to be honest. Okay, the one thing that is tricky about this is, although I think I have more material, I'm not actually certain about that. Like, the rooks have the potential to be far more dangerous than all of these awkward pieces. I definitely need to be careful. Kind of curious if that like opening sequence was actually good for me or not. I still think it was. Especially because he's really struggling to develop intelligently here. Of course, he could have tried something like d4 and just given his queen for the keshe and taken it from there. I'm not sure if it really was that easy for me to convert there. What's happening here? Ran out of time, but the website hasn't decided if that's a loss or not. It always does this. Let's just quickly check. I'm still in the tournament, so I might be killed here. Why did it lose the new again? Always does this. I'm still waiting for a game. I'm not sure if Marco wants to try that again. And the new just doesn't work. Wow. I just actually want to go yurt f7. I almost played that. I guess it does actually work. King d8 also. It's given as -1. Oh, if I play this way. What is the point of this thing? I see. That could have been good. How it actually happened? Well, we really need the news opinion. Come on, new. Not the check. Where'd it go? I'll just type it in. Oh, he did actually disconnect. Okay, we did get another game. Good. So the previous one we won by disconnect. We'll actually play d4. Okay, finally commit something in the center. I'm happy to see that, honestly. Gives a little bit more clarity as to what's going on. Also, like, he needs to at some point. Can I actually play d5 now? I think I should, really. Actually, it was a quick decision. It still should be good, though. He's distracting me with this chat. You need to think, my friend. That's the whole point of this. Think consistently, even if you don't see much. The more you think, the better it is. In fact, like if I'm gonna lose, it's because I stopped thinking, for whatever reason. So it's not easy to think consistently, but it's definitely what you want to be doing. Let's try bishop e3 here. Attack this thing. I mean, we already have the overwhelming material edge. But I'm going to try to stay focused, because what often happens to me is I will just lose interest in the game if I see the opponent is just playing a little bit too weirdly. And that is one way to lose. In fact, it's the main way I lose. Oh. Giving me even more development. Kind of like that. Could have just sacked it for this. Should have been good. Take that. He could... Well, he will get trapped if he tries taking more pieces. I guess this is an attempt to come back there. Maybe it makes some sort of sense. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to try and remain focused, even though it really feels like there's no reason to activate the brain here. So do we want to jump in here? This is the type of move that might just... It should be good. So we're starting to threaten checkmates now. I did see that. Yeah, I'll see if I can pick up the slots. I guess we do. I want to pick up this one with check. Oh. Okay. Let's just go for checkmate. Oh, he's going this way. Yeah, often the arenas start off quite slowly, for whatever reason. It's not a guarantee that no one's going to join it. Yeah, we got some more people. Perfect. Oh, Marco's back. So he timed out last game in a position where I'm not actually sure what was happening. I think I was doing well, though. Knight c3. We just play b5. It's just very cheeky, but doesn't make sense. Right. We can play d5, I think, here. d5, e5, I take it, and then go... I'm not actually sure. I don't like e5, I think that's the problem. Or e5, I have c5 as well. No, this should be actually very good. I really want to be playing d5 here. Like, I am trying to lock the position in a way where I have decent space. It is allowing me to open the e-file. I think I'm quite happy to take that. These lances are quite bad at maneuvering. Like, if they're just on a file, then they're exerting good influence there. It's threatening my pawn. I don't like that. What do we actually do about that? I'm going to play g5. This check is not very threatening. And I get control of f4 like this. If he doesn't do the check, I'm going to try and trade it off. Yeah. Should be pretty good. This lance is not worth a full rook, I remember. It's probably the same as a piece. Oh. Wasn't really expecting that one. I think he should have taken the rook, though. It's still better than the bishop. This bishop would have been strong as well. Alright. I get to play f5 now. Kind of like this situation. Position is not very open, like by any stretch of the imagination. He doesn't have any good way to open it. Like something like h4. It's not as crazy as it looks. But, well, maybe it's a good idea here. It was a little bit awkward for me to deal with h4 just then. Of course, it loosens the king side a lot, so it might be a suspicious move to be making. That also loosens the king side a lot. Okay, so what I want now is for the position to kind of slow down so I can maneuver my pieces, now that I know what the statics are going to look like. Seems that he wants to castle long. Makes a decent amount of sense. Definitely play a5 here, in that case. If he plays b4 or something, I'll just close it completely. Then I've gained a bit more space. I'm also potentially threatening b4. Alright, let's put this here. Now I'm threatening b4 for sure, with this coming in. Yeah, so, I mean, we've won strategically. But that's often only half of the fight in my games. There will be some tactics, and we need to trade advantages to simplify it down into a clear win. Okay, that kind of reeks of desperation. I mean, I definitely want to close that. The only concern in my position is this yurt is rather weak. It's not going to be that easy to involve it anywhere. Oh. Maybe h4 is actually working here. These edge attacks with a lance like down in the corner are often just kind of bad because, okay, they have influence, but like that's it. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I meant here. Still need to find a tactical way to break through. I don't need to rush b4. I'm gonna make sure I'm like, ready for it. I don't want to have the yurt here, I think. What if I start opening... I'm just running into this. I mean... Yeah. Defend a5. Just improve the yurt slightly. Hopefully I'm not missing like chances to break through. So you might be able to play b4, something like that. Just advance this even more. I don't know, this is the type of position which is not going to be very fun for him. Ooh, just hanging a rook. That's just not okay. I'm getting a cash again now. Alright, that did make life a bit easier. It's kind of what I've noticed. Sometimes like you don't actually have to do anything spectacular, like just sit on the position, so to speak. And it's just so hard for the opponent to make moves. Yeah, this is rough. Like if I'd actually tried to make something happen, then who knows? Might not have gone this smoothly. Just bring another cash again, I suppose. Yeah, he had a better game in that first one, I think. Or maybe it was just my bad for allowing the kind of 2 pawns for peace trade. Oh, we got white. Have we had white before? I don't think so, actually. This might be the first. Okay, so my broad strategy of getting an open position, I think, continues. Do I want to play a4 here? a4 is so tempting. I think it's good. d5. Okay, the position will be cracked wide open here. That is something that I will welcome. With the white pieces. I can win a pawn already. Why not, really? Also continues to open the position. Of course, e4 now is a little bit annoying. It's really that dangerous. Okay, it didn't happen. I was probably going to take the yurt in that case. Although it was definitely a little bit unpleasant. Alright, the position opens up and we kind of have clear targets everywhere. I keep trying to make the board bigger. Yeah, there's no way. This is as big as it goes. And the yurt gets to come forwards. That is very true. And I will castle short, almost definitely. This position actually looks very resilient now. Yeah, this yurt will be extremely strong. So it will be worth a piece at this point. But still, I'm banking on the openness of the position favoring me long term. Like if he just spends a bunch of moves to trade off that yurt for a piece, I'm happy with that. I could actually have considered... Well, I didn't need to castle this quickly. Yeah, it's not a very efficient move. Should have probably gone rook a3 immediately. I'll do it now. Oh, I'm just hanging up. Am I? Get 94. Should be fine. I always thought e4 would just be terrible in this position because of knight d4. But still, this is very flippantly calculated. It also opens the position even more, so that's kind of why I wasn't taking it seriously. Right. I'm starting to get a little bit stuck here, though. Oh, I could actually take that. Yeah, this actually looks pretty good. Because retreating that looked awful. Now, if he recaptures the bishop, which he wants to do, I'll get this. Yeah, that was a really good find. He didn't really want to take with the yurt or anything. Then there are also threats of me playing bishop d4. Okay, this is a lot more comfortable now. It was getting a little bit scary. Maybe there was no reason to be scared. But yeah, so whenever an opponent is just sending every single piece towards your king, you know, it does have that a terrifying effect on you. But usually the remedy to that is to counterattack in the center. All right. Do I have time to play knight b5? No, I categorically do not. Yeah, I might have to take this in that case. I don't really want to. Yeah. We'll get a good A pawn though. Is this a useful check or no? I think so. He doesn't want to go to f7 to block his thing. e7 looks... well, it's not where you want to be either. So that leaves f8, but then queen d8. So a reason that this check is so useful. I may be able to get to another bishop c4 in. Okay, maybe we can break through of our rook here before he manages to threaten some sort of checkmate. I'm not sure how he would do that. Well, if he gets like a Keshik there and one there, that could do it. So I need to be a bit scared of that. outside of him accidentally checkmating me, though, should be okay. Yeah, there's just no really easy way forwards here. I think I need to play 92. Like, I'm gonna have to play this at some point. I'm just gonna do it now. What is that? Guess he wants to put it on F3. Kind of funny. Yeah, this shouldn't really work. But again, scary for sure. What are we doing here, man? Stop it. Can't I just take that? I'm gonna take it with the rook, actually. Just to be more forcing. No! Oh my... What am I doing? Oh, for God's sakes. Yeah, like I said, I just lost focus. Good grief. No, this position is good for him. That's just... it's just sad, honestly. What was that? Yeah, just play weakly, I guess, and then my brain kind of slightly loses interest here. I mean, I kind of saw that it was potential to just accidentally lose there, but like I still wasn't actually taking it seriously. Ah well. Yeah, this is the issue I always have, right? Such a long game. You just outplay someone the whole game and then just accidentally lose in like one or two bad moves. Ah, it's so dumb. Yeah, so rookie one was just bad. I played that very flippantly as well. There's just nothing going on now. God's sakes, why are these pairings just not happening? Marco's just here, just stole that game and paused. Not very gentlemanlike. So we can watch this. And risk timing out in the next game when it pairs us. Marco is just watching this. Wait, what's happening here? No clue what's going on there. Well, the game's kind of over, so I suppose we'll see how it started. This is quite the game. I mean, wait, what continues? Okay, I'm not sure if I can take much of this. Now remember, it always comes down to campmates in the end. This might be too much though. The rook will just hold it forever. Or the lance, yeah. Go on, just try to campmate to black. Let's get this done with. I'll be a little bit upset if white wins this, to be honest. Oh, no, it should be fine still. Just have like a wall of pawns here. But, okay, so he's going for campmates now. Very good. King f7? What are we doing here? Just go for campmate, please. I'm waiting on this game for a next pairing, I think. Unless we got paired already and I lost. No. Not yet, at least. This is very dangerous because, like, the temptation for the brain just to disconnect completely is extremely tangible here. Like, I can feel it slipping. So to focus next to next game after having witnessed this. Oh my god. Just queen d7, anything but that. I can't believe it. Okay, let's just try and forget about that as quickly as possible. Oh no. Yeah, I would have preferred a different pairing. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna struggle to focus here, like I can smell it already. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be so hard. God. Okay. I really, even if I start playing quickly, then that's probably even worse. You know, to somehow think coherently. Let's go e5. I guess I'm just gonna randomly threaten some of his stuff, and apparently there's a good chance that it just works. This is so not the way to be playing. Okay, we get e4. That should be very comfortable. Actually, I should have just taken this. Yikes. Maybe, maybe I should stop playing here. I'm not gonna recover from this. Right. Just take this rook. Actually, it will just be trapped over there. Just play it more calmly. Okay, please get me out of this game. I can't take it. Like, the way he's playing, like, he actually maybe has a good chance of winning as well, just because I'm gonna hang something horrific at some point. I might just hang check. I mean, he's so passive. It's difficult to imagine, but don't be fooled. These guys are dangerous. Yeah, I can't upload this. This game is just too bad. No one wants to watch this. Well, it's dangerous to assume that, I suppose. Maybe some absolute masochists just want to witness this. Oof. That's actually annoying. I'll tell you what, just give him that pawn. There's hanging queens now. Oh, guess I'll just take it. I guess the way he's playing, it's good for surviving in a way. Like he didn't risk getting checkmated. It's activity at any cost. It's kind of his strategy here. Even for all your pieces, you still take the activity. Okay. Oh my god, he went there. Not like this. Stop it. I don't actually have a mate here. Alright. It's this way. I think I lost a couple of brain cells. Okay, this looks like a more serious game. At least no one's hanging anything. It's kind of, bare minimum standard. I think this is just good for black, though. Although maybe I underestimated that attempt. If he played f5, this would have been very good for him. Now I think he might have to take this, and it gets weird. Oh, you can do that. Yeah, it's much better. Oh, my brain is just not here anymore. Yeah, I need it back. Urgently. If he just played f5 earlier, now it's a little bit tricky. Defensive this yurt is surprisingly not easy. Now you can put a rook on d6 and just hold everything. And the situation is just very awkward. for both sides actually. What? Why? Why are we doing that? Yeah. Just play like rook e1, and maybe queen e2 or something like that. You would actually be threatening bishop takes yurt or something, and then you take c4, and suddenly the position opens up. And you might be doing well there. Of course, black might have remedies against that, like putting lance on e6, just try to shut down those ideas. But still, I think white would be able to get the c pawn while opening the situation. To at least make it a lot more difficult for black. As it stands, I'm just hanging stuff again. This does mean we should get a game though. Hopefully against Marco. Yeah, did that. Oh, a new player. Never seen this guy before. c5. I think I'll try g3 this time around. So I think he's now committed to playing d5 at some point to avoid just getting squeezed in the center. Immediately committing to king f7. Interesting. And b3 in that case. Yeah, you could try f5 instead. That seems to be generally weaker overall. Especially now that you've committed the king there. I don't really like what he's doing. He's trying to fight me on this diagonal. It's just a passive plan. They're usually bad. And of course, it's never easy to just refute stuff. What are we actually doing here? And for an a5, a4 then. He seems to have no clue what's going on, so I'm just going to remain very non-committal as well. This is maybe mean. Okay. Oh, I should have actually played 93. Better. Well. Now he can play b4. It's not, well, it's of course very suspicious, like sending pawns that far forwards, especially when none of your pieces are there. Yeah, we're definitely going to play knight a4, well, a3 here. I'm just threatening to win this thing. I mean, okay, we can just take that. Let him stack pawns on the a file if he wants. The central counterattack would be unstoppable in that case. Oh no. And just like that, the game's just over. Well, luring pieces to the king side. Can't let the rooks take over the queen side. That is really not what you want to be doing. Wow. We are kind of lacking the good games here. I really like upload something like this. It just seems like a farce. There's actually some potential here. Yeah, trying to fight me like this. It's a little bit ambitious. But it's probably a good way to generate some complications. That was unfortunate error. Just play d4 maybe. Yeah, probably. Guess we'll just spend a move to make him play rook b1. So white to just play this immediately. Yeah, I've completely given up on commentating. Yeah, I really did a number on my brain here this past events. Need to find a way to take all this stuff seriously. You'd think d4 is a good idea for him, but I will be able to break it open. Like with knight e2 and c3, f4 and so on. Not sure I wanted to commit the knight to c3 immediately though. I don't think I really want to take on d5 so early. Yeah, this is definitely an e5 moment. Like, I know black wants the position to be closed, but not if it cramps him. He doesn't have time to play c5 here. I think I really need to prevent c5. Actually, do I? I don't at all. Yeah. Just wasting time with this move, I think. Well, yeah, that was just a flat waste of time. Okay, what to do about this? Maybe we just play c3 anyway. I was committed to that. I don't really want to be doing that though. My whole plan is just weird. Maybe we just threaten both of these things. Yeah, I'll have to play that, but let's kind of walk into bishop e2. I'm threatening to take on g6. I got a Keshik for 2 pieces. Should be extremely good. Maybe not extremely good. But like combined with the fact he has to lose a pawn and kind of open his structure here. Maybe I want to take that with the knight actually. Yeah, I want to take that with the knight. Now you could try f3 and then taking on d4. It could be a good way to... Yeah, it could be pretty good actually. Might consider g takes f3 in that case to get this file. Then, yeah, I mean, he can always just take it. Although, yeah, knight f4, he can't take it actually. Could have been worth considering. The way he played it's kind of a lot easier for me. He's almost getting checkmated here. Not quite. He does actually survive this. Sort of. It's close though. We'll go knight h5 here. Then queen f6, king g8, knight h5 is a little bit worse. Although he does get to work there. Hang pawns. Not sure if there really was a forced mating sequence anyway. Okay, now actually maybe there is. Oh yes, bishop h7 though. What are we doing here? Okay, I'll do this anyway. Because now I'm threatening this stuff. Maybe this is good enough. And if he takes it, I still can't play knight f6. Well, maybe I can actually play knight f6 in that case. Threatening the mate here. And in that case, bishop there is not working anymore. Yeah, just go for that. The only like possible attempt would be also not working. You'll have to let me know if these tournaments. From my point of view, it feels like no, but I mean, I'm not the judge. $11 a.m. Where is this guy? The US, maybe? Or is it 11 a.m. right now? Because it's 7 o'clock here. So wait, that's minus. So minus 8 hours. Yeah, somewhere in the US. It's like the central US even. Yeah, it's 12 a.m. in Kansas apparently. So he's to the west of that. Utah. What time is it in Utah? That could be Utah. Shout out to Nicolas for actually playing. And like the rest of the guys. D4. Now I'm just gonna develop calmly. Not sure how exactly I want to fight in the center yet. Oh, I'm really opening it. Yeah, what's dangerous about this though is that he wants to open it, right? He doesn't want to, like, if I go e5, he doesn't want to pick d5. Not really. Maybe he will. Just develop calmly. But this might not have been the right move order though. I'm a little bit surprised by all of this. I'm just going to continue to wait and see if he puts a knight on f3 or something. On c3, yeah, I think he really wants to play f3 and g4 in that case. So that's probably a signal to play f5. Yeah, here I get to close the king side a little bit. Need to be a little bit careful because you could always like castle long and try and like open the h file or something. So I'm gonna try and discourage him from doing that. Still very interesting stuff here so far. Yeah, so he will be able to play h4, for example. Unless he's planning to coordinate his pieces over there meaningfully, then it's still not going to do much. Also, get to just take this. It's probably not a sacrifice you wanted to make. Yeah, I don't think I should have allowed that. Yeah, so opening the h file like this, when you have like no way to do anything with it, like that's a single rook. This is just not how you want to do it. Now, admittedly, if I want to play d5, he will get e5. Then my yurt is like almost permanently trapped. Okay, just running into this seems pretty standard. Maybe I should actually try and get e5 going. Now that I will be able to play d5 anyway. I think I'm happy to play bishop to a7. This is a huge diagonal. g3. That looks insane to me. It's like a desperation move. Is this queen actually in some trouble here? Might be. Well, the thing is, if I play c5, he can take it. Oh, I can actually do that. In that case, I think that's a very good idea. Like, taking this and taking that is also an idea, but suddenly his moves on the king side start making some sort of sense, and I'll have an offside lance myself. So I consider that a little bit suspicious. Okay, this is getting weirder by the second. It's a better time to take this, because that hang d4. Well, his plan was to take that. And then I would take this, and it starts to look very good for me, to be honest. Choose knight a4, I just cash it to b5. Like, looks like extremely unpleasant for him. Because like, he would be defending this pawn for like one moment. I'm not sure what he's going to come up with here. Of course, like, it looks really bad in this moment, but like, the game does still sort of go on. Like, you don't necessarily get instantly checkmate or anything. You just like bleed out a knight, for example. We just take this. How do I win exactly? Take that, he goes queen takes. He'd be threatening one. Yeah, no, maybe he doesn't have a route to like actual playability. But that's interesting, to be honest. If I take that, then he'll have a bishop on this diagonal. I will take this instead. Because at this moment I'm threatening this bishop, also threatening that stuff. If he doesn't take this pawn, then I will have g4, just almost anchoring this. It's questionable value, to be honest, but it's always annoying when your opponent just anchors a piece in, like, inside your camp. I am not sure what that was about. I guess he reasoned it was attacked and it needed to be defended. Maybe. Maybe that was true. I'm just gonna keep torturing him, I think. Although now actually maybe he has queen there. Yeah, this whole sequence was a bit suspicious in retrospect. Okay, I'll just have to take this. Could be taking that as well. Keep that in reserve. This was an interesting tactical fight, I suppose. Not that interested in losing a cash egg. We can start threatening checkmates at this point. Alright, very cool game, actually.